Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 till 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. It is interesting that it's written here, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. It didn't say that your own understanding is wrong. It just tells you not to lean on your understanding. There's a difference between using something and leaning on something. Look, if you have a chair has 4 legs, and you have the table, and then you have the rows for your back. That's what a chair is. So when you sit on a chair, you lean on the legs of the chair, and the legs of the chair carry your weight. You will only sit on a chair if you trust the chair. If you see that the chair misses a leg, you will not sit on it because you will fall and you'll get hurt. But if you have car keys, for example, you use them to open your car and to start your car. Then you're using the keys, but you don't lean on the keys. Hope you get this. So, your own understanding is as a key. You use it in a practical manner in daily life, but you don't lean on it. You lean on the Lord completely while using your own understanding to glorify him. In all your ways, with all your heart and in all your ways, acknowledge him. So he has to be your center. And he shall direct your paths. This video is very simple. Trust God. Years ago, I believe what was it, 2012? Or yes, was 2012. There was this celebrity on social media who began to post Bible verses for some reason. It was probably some publicity stunt to get attention. I don't know what her idea was with it, but she began to post this verse from Proverbs that I just read to you. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. She kept posting it over and over again. I was following this individual and I kept seeing it. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, don't lean on your own understanding. And she would write, lean not on your own understanding in capital letters, as if it was meant for someone to read it. Now, I'm not following this individual anymore, but it's years later that I realized that even though it was a publicity stunt, because that individual was not following God at all, it was just a celebrity that from Asia that wanted to get attention, and she tried to get attention from pagan Christians in such a way, and it worked. But God used that publicity stunt to remember me not to rely on my own understanding. And let me tell you, believers, I've been through some challenging times. I've been through some challenging circumstances in which I had no idea how things would work out. I had nothing in my own strength nor in my own understanding that could solve the situation. I went through those circumstances with only God's promise to rely on. I remained active in prayer, decrees, and declarations, relying on God's promise. And God always saw my way through. He always directed my paths. Things always worked out in my benefit. Yes, I did go through tribulation. I did. I went through the violent attacks, through the psychic violence, through the tension, through the dumping and all of that. Yes, I went through it all. And through it all, I was blessed. I was anointed. Through it all, I gained the leverage to glorify Him. I am telling you, believer, trust God. Sometimes God will use publicity stunts of worldly people, or he will use the painful words that your enemies intended as bad for you, and God will use those same words to push you to rely on him. I'm telling you, believer, trust God. I mean it, trust him. Your own understanding may tell you one thing, but if God tells you something different, go with God. He has all the knowledge. And because he has all the knowledge and all the information, and he has all the power and all the leverage, that's why you should acknowledge him in all your ways and rely on him with all your heart. That's why you should invest your all in him, because he has all the leverage, all the power, all the abilities, and all the answers. Trust God. That's why he is God. You ought to trust him. Be at peace.